You don't need to earn a fortune to build serious wealth. This is Bach's philosophy. Unlike the many finance books you've read, this isn't just another run-of-the-mill finance book. It's a game changer helping people build wealth since 2003. Please buckle up, because I am about to break down this book called The Automatic Millionaire. It is written by David Bach. Now, you might be thinking, great, another book telling me I need to be a financial genius to get rich. But here's the surprising thing about this book. Bach's whole philosophy is that you don't need to be a money wizard or earn a fortune to build serious wealth. It's all about managing whatever you earn smartly and efficiently. Let's start with the story that kicks off the book. Bach introduces us to Jim and Sue McKintyre, an average American couple who blew his mind. Picture this. They're in their early 50s, ready to retire with 2 mortgage-free homes, kids' college education paid for, and nearly $2 million in savings. The plot twist? Jim never earned more than $40,000 a year. Mind-boggling, right? That's exactly what Bach thought. And it's what led him to uncover the principles that form the backbone of the Automatic Millionaire. So, what's the secret sauce? It all boils down to a few key ingredients. 1. Pay yourself first. This is the biggie, folks. Bach hammers home the point that the rich get rich and stay that way because they pay themselves first. What does that mean? Simple. Before you pay your bills, before you buy groceries, before you spend a dime on anything else, you set aside a portion of your income for savings. Now, I know what you're thinking, but I barely make ends meet as it is. Here's where Bach's genius comes in. He's not asking you to dramatically slash your spending overnight. Instead, he introduces us to the Latte factor. This is Bach's famous concept that small, daily expenses can add up to a fortune over time. It's not just about lattes, though if you're dropping $5 a day on fancy coffee, that's $1,825 a year right there. It's about all those little purchases we make without thinking, the snacks, the impulse buys, the subscriptions we forgot we had. Bach's point isn't that you should never treat yourself. It's that we often don't realize how much these small expenses add up. By cutting back on just a few of these, you can free up a surprising amount of money to pay yourself first. 3. Make it automatic. Here's where the automatic in Automatic Millionaire comes in. Bach's big revelation is that financial success isn't about willpower. It's about setting up systems that make managing money effortless. Think about it. How many times have you told yourself you'll start saving next month or when things settle down? Bach says, forget that noise. Instead, set up automatic transfers from your paycheck to your savings or investment accounts. Set up automatic bill payments. Make your entire financial life as automated as possible. Why? Because once these systems are in place, they require zero ongoing effort to maintain. You're not relying on your willpower to save money each month. It's happening whether you think about it or not. It's the ultimate set it and forget it approach to building wealth. 4. Pre-tax investing. Bach is a huge advocate for taking advantage of pre-tax investment options like 401k-S or whatever retirement plans are available in your country. Why? Because it's like getting free money. Let's break it down. When you invest pre-tax dollars, you're investing money that would have otherwise gone to the government. Plus, many employers offer matching contributions. That's literally free money you're leaving on the table if you're not maxing out these accounts. 5. Homeownership as a path to wealth. Bach believes that owning a home is one of the best long-term investments you can make. By paying off a mortgage over time, you're building equity in an asset that typically appreciates over the long run. He's not saying you should rush out and buy a house if you're not ready, but he does encourage readers to make homeownership a goal and to start planning for it early. 6. Compound interest. This isn't a new concept, but Bach does a great job of illustrating just how powerful it can be. He shows how even small amounts of money, invested regularly over long periods, can grow into substantial wealth thanks to compound interest. It's why he's such a big advocate for starting to save and invest as early as possible. The longer your money has to compound, the more dramatic the results. 7. Debt reduction. While Bach is all about building wealth, he's also keenly aware of the drag that debt can have on your financial life. He advocates for a systematic approach to paying down debt, particularly high-interest debt like credit cards. He introduces the DOLP, debt on last payment, method for prioritizing debt payoff. The idea is to focus on paying off debts with the highest interest rates first, then moving on to the next highest, and so on. 8. The importance of financial education. Throughout the book, Bach emphasizes the importance of continually educating yourself about personal finance. He's not saying you need to become a financial expert, but he does encourage readers to take an active interest in understanding basic financial concepts. 9. Giving back. In what might seem like an odd chapter in a book about becoming a millionaire, Bach talks about the importance of charitable giving. He argues that giving not only benefits others, but also contributes to your own sense of fulfillment and well-being. He suggests setting up automatic charitable contributions, just like you do with savings. It's about making giving a regular part of your financial life, not just something you do when you feel like you can afford it. 10. The value of time over money. Throughout the book, Bach reminds readers that the ultimate goal isn't just to accumulate wealth for its own sake. It's to create a life of financial freedom that allows you to spend your time how you want. He encourages readers to think about what they really want out of life and to use their growing wealth to support those goals. Maybe it's early retirement, starting a business, traveling the world, or simply having the peace of mind that comes with financial security. Now, let's break down some of these concepts and see how you can apply them in your own life. 1. The Latte factor in action. Bach's Latte factor isn't about depriving yourself. It's about being mindful of your spending and making intentional choices. Here's how you might put it into practice. 1. Track your spending for a month, every single purchase, no matter how small. 2. At the end of the month, review your spending. Look for those small, regular expenses that add up. 3. Choose one or two of these expenses to eliminate or reduce. 4. Set up an automatic transfer to savings for the amount you're no longer spending. Let's say you typically buy lunch out 3 times a week, spending about $12 each time. That's $36 a week, or about $1,872 a year. If you cut that down to once a week and brown bag it the other 2 days, you could potentially save over $1,200 a year. That might not sound like much, but invested over 30 years at a 7% return, it could grow to over $120,000. 2. Making it automatic. This is the heart of Bach's system. Here's how you might set it up. 1. Calculate your pay yourself first amount. Bach suggests starting with at least 10% of your income, but even 1% is a start. 2. Set up an automatic transfer from your checking account to a savings or investment account for this amount each payday. 3. Set up automatic bill payments for all your regular expenses. 4. If your employer offers a 401k or similar retirement plan, set up automatic contributions, especially if there's an employer match. 5. Consider setting up automatic investments into low-cost index funds or other diversified investment vehicles. The idea is to save and invest your default rather than something you have to remember to do each month. 3. The power of pre-tax investing. Let's break this down with some numbers. Say you earn $50,000 a year and decide to invest 10%, $5,000, in your 401k. If you're in the 22% tax bracket, that $5,000 investment only reduces your take-home pay by $3,900 because it's coming out pre-tax. Plus, if your employer offers a 50% match on the first 6% of your salary, you're getting an additional $1,500 in free money. So your $3,900 sacrifice in take-home pay has resulted in $6,500 being invested for your future. 4. Homeownership as a wealth-building tool. Bach is a big proponent of homeownership, but he's not naive about the challenges. Here's how he suggests approaching it. 1. Start saving for a down payment early. Even small amounts add up over time. 2. Look into first-time homebuyer programs in your area. Many offer assistance with down payments or favorable loan terms. 3. Consider buying a multi-unit property and living in one unit while renting out the others. This can help offset your mortgage costs. 4. Once you buy, consider making bi-weekly mortgage payments instead of monthly. This can shave years off your mortgage and save you thousands in interest. The key is to view your home as a long-term investment, not a get-rich-quick scheme. 5. Compound interest. Bach loves to illustrate this with examples. Here's one. Imagine 2 friends, both 25 years old. Friend A starts investing $2,000 a year for 8 years, then stops, never investing another dime. Friend B waits until age 35 to start investing, then invests $2,000 a year for 30 years. Assuming a 10% annual return, by age 65, Friend A's investment has grown to $462,649. Friend B's investment has grown to $328,988. Friend A invested a total of $16,000 over 8 years. Friend B invested $60,000 over 30 years. Yet Friend A ends up with over $130,000 more, all thanks to the power of compound interest and starting early. 6. Debt reduction strategies. Bach's DOLP, debt on last payment. Method for debt reduction is straightforward. 1. List all your debts, their balances, and minimum payments. 2. Divide the balance of each debt by its minimum payment. This gives you the DOLP number. 3. Rank your debts from lowest to highest DOLP number. 4. Pay the minimum on all debts, but put any extra money towards the debt with the lowest DOLP number. 5. Once that debt is paid off, move to the next lowest DOLP number. This method helps you pay off debts in a way that quickly reduces the number of payments you're making each month, which can be psychologically motivating. 7. Financial education. Bach doesn't expect you to become a financial expert, but he does encourage ongoing learning. Here are some ways to boost your financial literacy. 1. Read personal finance books, like The Automatic Millionaire. 2. Follow reputable financial blogs and podcasts. 3. Take free online courses on basic financial concepts. 4. Consider working with a financial advisor to create a personalized plan. The more you understand about personal finance, the better equipped you'll be to make smart decisions with your money. 8. Giving back. Bach's approach to charitable giving is, unsurprisingly, to make it automatic. He suggests: 1. Choose causes that are meaningful to you. 2. Start small if you need to. Even 1% of your income can make a difference. 3. Set up automatic monthly donations. 4. Look into whether your employer offers matching for charitable contributions. He argues that giving not only helps others, but can also increase your own sense of wealth and purpose. There is an inherent value of time over money. This is perhaps the most important lesson in the book. Bach constantly reminds readers that the point of building wealth isn't just to have a big bank account. It's to create freedom and options in your life. He encourages readers to think deeply about what they really want out of life. Maybe it's early retirement, the ability to switch to a lower paying but more fulfilling career, time to travel or pursue hobbies, the means to help family members or support causes you care about. Whatever it is, Bach's system is designed to help you get there by building wealth consistently and automatically over time. While The Automatic Millionaire has been hugely influential, it's not without its critics. Some argue that 1. The 10% annual return Bach often uses in his examples is overly optimistic. 2. The book doesn't address systemic issues that make wealth building harder for some groups. 3. The emphasis on homeownership might not be appropriate for everyone, especially in high-cost areas. These are valid points to consider. As with any financial advice, it's important to think critically and adapt the principles to your own situation. The Automatic Millionaire isn't about getting rich quick or making tons of money. It's about taking control of your financial life, no matter how much you earn, and setting yourself up for long-term success. The beauty of Bach's system is its simplicity. You don't need to be a financial whiz or have a huge income to implement these strategies. You just need to be willing to set up some simple systems and let them work their magic over time. Remember, the key principles are: 1. Pay yourself first. 2. Make it automatic. 3. Take advantage of pre-tax investing. 4. Be mindful of small expenses. 5. Invest in your financial education. 6. Give back. By following these principles and staying consistent over time, Bach argues that anyone can become an automatic millionaire. It's not about flashy stock picks or risky investments. It's about steady, consistent progress over the long haul.